Hi everybody and welcome to a new video for No Dimension channel. In this video I will talk about agent tires for Apache Flume. But before to talk about that, I need to introduce you in the team. So let's consider the next scenario. You have several Flume agents running in different nodes, and all of those agents write its events in HDFS, as you can see in this picture. Maybe if you know a little bit about HDFS, you know a limitation of this storage system, and is that HDFS cannot be more in HDFS there cannot be more than one writer for some specific file at the same time. And as you know, a sync write in a file, so there couldn't be more than one sync writing in the same file. Now suppose that you have a system displayed around 30 countries, and in each one of these countries there are a Flume agent sending data about sales to a centralized HDFS cluster. What we can do to aggregate events in groups of related files, for example, let's say credit payment, cash payment, or rejected sales, or there could be another categories. Well, the answer to this question is use Flume agents in tire. To build agent tires, it needs a special sinks and source in order to send data over the network. One possible solution is use Avro sync to send data to a specific host and port, and Avro source in order to receive that data in a specified port and interface. In this video I will show you how to create two agents in tire. The first agent will receive data from a netcat source and will send this data to the next agent, which will use a file role in order to store the event just in local files. I propose another example, but will be in another video, which is similar to this, but show you how to automatize the execution of these two agents in parallel, which is not a so simple task. I will show you in a further video. So let's start defining the property files, the new agent. As always, as you know, we start defining the components, the source, the sinks, and the channel, and connecting them, or connecting between them, the source one with the channel 1 and the sync one with the channel 1. Now it's time to define the type of the source 1. Remember of the previous videos, I defined the source 1 as the type of netcat. In this case I bind this source with the local host, and I listen in the port 40,000. Now it's time to define the sync for agent 1. This is a little different of the previous defined sync in previous video, and as you can see here, I defined the type of the sync as Avro, and this will send the information to the host name defined here. I just use the host name instead to use an IP, but I could use an IP if I wanted. And remember, this is related with this. This would be, we are defining this sync, this Avro sync, and the source defined as here. I just want to show you the related component with the diagram. And let me check again. Back into the Sublime, I defined the sync, and now, as you know, I will define the channel type, and that's it. This will be the agent 1 or the first tier that we need to define. I will comment here with first tier agent 1, and as I said previously, we can define more than one agent in the same file, and will be that I will do right now here. Now it's time to define the second tier, or in this case will be the an agent named agent 2. So I will put the comment second tier agent 2. Let me show you in the diagram. I will define this part of the chain. It's very similar. Let's define the different components, the sources, the sinks, and the channel. Let's connect the different components between them, among them, the source with the channel as here, and the sink with the channel. And now let's define the source. Look at this. I will define the source type as Avro, the bind to the local host, and the port as 44,000. Look at the bind here. The sink hostname for the agent 1 is the source bind for the agent 2, and the same for the port. In the diagram, as you can see, the port in which the sink for agent 1 is, which send the data, is in which the Avro source receive the data. So back in here, I will define now the type for agent 2, which is the role type, file role. File role is defining a local file in which we put the event, and this is the directory. Look at is relative to the relative path to the execution path. And the last part is define the type for the channel 2, and that's it. Now I have two agents in tier. I will save this file. Let's put Flume agent tires. And just let me add some comments here. I could have defined more than one agent in the first tier that could be sent information or sent event data to agent 2. Let's say, for example, I can have an agent 3 in the same way as defined agent 1, sending data by a sync to the same local to the same hostname and port, and that will be received by the source in the agent 2. So now we have defined a little tier composed or built up by agent 1 and agent 2. I will create this Flume output, this Flume output type here. I name it Flume output there, and this will be the directory in which will be placed all the new events. Now let's run. Look at this. I need run in a specific way in order to avoid some errors. first I will run agent 2. Let me show you. Because agent 2 will open this port and will avoid errors related with the connection refuse due to the destination of the first agent, which is this. It would be close if I don't run this first. So back in here, let me run Flume agent and confile. The confile is Flume agent tires properties, and the name of the agent will be agent 2, and the logger level and I will put some parameters for the Java virtual machine in order to avoid some error with the memory. Look at this. This will run the agent 2. If all is okay, I think that I don't have any error. So now let's start the agent 1. I will copy the sentence and I will put here, but I will change in order to run the agent 1. Now agent 1 is running and listening in this port. Now let me remember from this diagram, I will send some events or just a little string to the source. This source will put in the channel, the sync will pull in this channel and send information to the second agent, which is in the second tier, and at the end, in the endpoint, it will save these events into this directory. So again, I will create some lines of information, so representing some events. Line 2 and line 3. Pipeline to netcat localhost. In the port, let me remember I defined the first port in the 40,000. So I sent 3 lines. Let's check if everything works okay. Let's go here in the created directory. We see, as we can check here, there are several files with 0 bytes, but one of them with 22 bytes. Let's check if that file contains something. But this is not the file. Actually, this is not the I was in the wrong directory. This is the correct path. This is my path, Flume tutorial, Flume output here, and as you can see, there are several files with 0 bytes. This is because it creates a new file by a specific amount of time, but when I sent the lines in netcat here, it finally gets the last agent, which is agent 2, and put that information here and as you can see, this is the file, and there are 3 lines which was sent by the netcat in the first tire. Now let me add a little comment. As you can see, I need to run first one agent, in this case agent 2, and then open another terminal and run the agent 1, and then open another terminal and run for example this command to send information. This is a little bit uncomfortable. There is a more efficient way. I will show you in a further video how to integrate these 2 agents in in the same file. I will create a bash script which will run these 2 agents in a parallel way and connecting this agent in order to get information from netcat and putting that information in a raw file. One little comment to end is that obviously this is a proof of concept. You can replace this sync with a big data environment like HDFS, S3, I don't know, any kind of Kinesis stream or anything that you want. And that's it. I hope that this video would be useful for you. Give like to the video, share with your friends, and subscribe to this channel. One last thing is the post related to the content of this video is in the description. If you want to visit, go ahead. Well, goodbye, see you in next time.